In the annals of ancient Greek history, during the legendary Trojan War, a warrior emerges whose courage and ingenuity became legendary. This was Diomedes, the ruler of Argos, a man whose valor knew no bounds. He fearlessly fought both mortals and immortals, displaying unwavering determination and masterful skill. His name, bearing the profound meaning, "One who thinks like God," seemed to foreshadow his extraordinary deeds. Diomedes' exploits, full of heroism and wisdom, deserve not only admiration, but also profound respect. His story is a captivating narrative of spiritual strength, the ability to find solutions in the most challenging situations, and a willingness to defy fate. Join us as we explore the trials this great hero faced and how he honorably overcame them. Today, we delve into the timeless lessons presented by the legend of Diomedes, analyzing how his virtues and deeds resonate with Spartan culture, one of the most significant and revered in the ancient world. Prepare to extract valuable insights from this hero's life and apply his principles to your daily reality. Fearlessness. According to the epic poem, the Iliad, Diomedes earned the favor of Athena, the goddess of wisdom and war, who granted him the ability to distinguish between gods and mortals in the heat of battle. Possessing this gift, Diomedes plunged into combat with uncontrollable fury, daring to wound two immortals who supported the Trojans, Ares, the god of war, and Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty. However, his audacity knew no bounds. When Apollo, the radiant god of the sun and arts, attempted to protect Aeneas, the Trojan prince, Diomedes did not flinch and attacked him, forcing him to retreat. Only the intervention of Hera, the majestic queen of the gods, and Athena herself, who warned him against confronting more powerful forces, compelled Diomedes to curb his fervor and return to the Achaean camp. Diomedes' fearlessness serves as a prime example of how we can overcome the difficulties and obstacles that arise in our lives, without allowing fear or doubt to shackle us. This hero teaches that with confidence and determination, we are capable of conquering peaks and achieving our goals, even if they seem unattainable. The warrior exemplifies that fearlessness is not only physical bravery, but also a mental and spiritual strength that allows us to act boldly and honorably without betraying our principles and convictions. Just as Diomedes challenged Ares himself, we can draw inspiration from his example to conquer our own fears, no matter how immense and terrifying they may seem. Fearlessness compels us to take the first step and fight for what we aspire to. Skillful mastery. Diomedes was renowned not only for his fearlessness, but also for his unparalleled mastery on the battlefield. His skill with sword and spear was legendary, and his strategic acumen made him a formidable opponent. Legends recount that Diomedes commanded his troops with exceptional skill, employing cunning tactics to outwit and outmaneuver his enemies. On one occasion, he even managed to wound Menelaus, one of the Achaean army's best warriors. However, perhaps his most outstanding feat was the theft of the Palladium, the sacred statue of Athena from the impregnable Trojan citadel. To accomplish this daring mission, he enlisted the support of his loyal friend Odysseus, the cunning king of Ithaca, renowned for his ingenuity. Together, they infiltrated the city of Troy, disguised as beggars, and reached the temple of Athena, where the Palladium was kept. There, they faced numerous guards and a giant dragon guarding the sacred statue. Diomedes, demonstrating extraordinary courage and strength, managed to slay the monstrous serpent and seized the palladium, while Odysseus, thanks to his prudence and caution, cleared the path and avoided traps. Thus, the two heroes managed to escape from Troy with the precious trophy, which they delivered to the Achaeans. The skillful mastery of this great warrior is a vivid example of how we can combine intellect and creativity to solve problems and tasks that arise in our lives, without abandoning our courage and determination. His example teaches us the importance of flexibility and a creative approach to overcoming difficulties. Unwavering loyalty. Diomedes, a celebrated hero, was known not only for his bravery and skill in battle, but also for his unwavering loyalty to his homeland, his king, and his comrades. His faithfulness was a fundamental value that guided his actions and made him a reliable ally and an inspiring leader. Diomedes' loyalty was demonstrated repeatedly during the Trojan War, particularly when he and Odysseus infiltrated the Trojan camp to sow chaos. They were discovered by Dolon as they returned to their own camp and pursued by a crowd of Trojans who showered them with arrows and spears. Odysseus was wounded in the shoulder and fell to the ground, unable to continue. Diomedes, seeing his friend in danger, unhesitatingly rushed to his aid. He hoisted Odysseus onto his powerful shoulders and carried him to his chariot, fighting off enemies with his spear and shield. Ultimately, he managed to save Odysseus and escape the Trojan pursuit. Diomedes is a vivid example of how we can be loyal to our friends and comrades, not abandoning or betraying them in difficult moments. This valiant warrior teaches us that loyalty is not merely words or promises, but also actions and sacrifices that compel us to risk our lives for the good of others. Diomedes demonstrates that loyalty is not only a personal, but also a social quality that allows us to forge bonds of trust and respect, strengthening our society and our collective endeavors. Noble compassion. In the midst of the fierce conflict of the Trojan War, Diomedes and Glaucus meet on the battlefield. However, instead of fighting with blinding hostility, both heroes begin to exchange stories of their lineages. As they share their genealogies and family ties, they realize that they are united by bonds of hospitality and friendship, passed down through their ancestors. Instead of continuing the battle, Diomedes and Glaucus decide not to attack each other and, as a sign of friendship, exchange armor. This example of compassion and respect for an enemy highlights Diomedes' humanity amidst the chaos of war. His ability to recognize a common bond and show mercy underscores the importance of empathy, even in adverse situations. We can apply this example in our own lives by remembering the importance of empathy and understanding, even in tense situations within our daily interactions. We often face conflicts. By following Diomedes' example, we can strive to understand others' perspectives, seek common ground, and work towards solutions that foster harmony rather than confrontation. Furthermore, Diomedes' compassion also teaches us the importance of questioning our perceptions and biases. Diomedes was able to see beyond initial hostility and build a bridge to mutual understanding. Great wisdom. Diomedes' wisdom was evident in his understanding of the importance of strategically choosing his targets. Instead of directly attacking major gods like Zeus, Diomedes focused on less powerful, yet still influential, deities in battle. He attacked Ares, the god of war, wounding him, and also wounded Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty. In everyday situations, it is crucial to assess circumstances and determine which challenges deserve our attention and energy. Just as Diomedes focused on strategic objectives on the battlefield, we too can concentrate on resolving key issues and avoid dispersing our efforts on unnecessary conflicts. Diomedes' wisdom also highlights the importance of collaborating with allies and seeking appropriate counsel in our lives. Seeking advice from others, sharing knowledge, and collaborating with those who possess different skills can enrich our experience and help overcome difficulties. By applying these principles in our lives, we can make wiser decisions and face challenges with discernment. Diomedes was not merely one of the heroes of Hellas. He was the embodiment of virtues whose values remain relevant throughout the centuries. By delving into his story, we find an invitation to reflect on our own lives and forge a path marked by his unwavering fearlessness, unparalleled skill, unconditional loyalty, and admirable compassion. May the echoes of Diomedes' exploits inspire us to act courageously, utilize our intellect, remain loyal to our friends, and show kindness. May his example serve as our guide in seeking a life filled with purpose, honor, and contribution to a world where greatness is measured not only by success, but also by the nobility of its guiding principles.